Greetings, Earthbound Travelers. Welcome to the night's episode of Will of the Dice Presents Sins of Blood. I'm Tyr the DM, he, him. I will be your guide through this cacophony of clusterfuckery as I am the world's okayest DM. And I just want to thank you all for tuning in. Before we begin, quick announcements. We offer a mature audience, so viewer discretion is advised. And we are sponsored by the lovely people over at Level Up Dice. They are purveyors of fine quality dice, and you can go check out their wares. If you do, make sure that you use our portal, and that is https://bit.ly/LUD Will of the Dice, all one word, caps. Go check them out, see what they got. Just going through that portal helps us out. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do introductions.
Greetings, gamer. It's Raph the Mad. And just before Patrick yells at me, my pronouns are he, him. And I can be found at BLKDragon13000 on Twitter. And tonight I'll be playing Sarek the Blade, the 6'9", bronze-scaled, pearlescent horned dragonborn samurai who is currently wandering around this crew and wondering what the hell we're going to do next. I apologize if my voice sounds bad tonight. I spent most of the week yelling and screaming on the fields at Penzig. So I had a good time, but I'm back and here to play.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, she, her. Tonight I'm going to be playing Nan, also she, her. Well, she, they, sorry. I'm getting my characters mixed up. Nan is a 5-foot-tall elf with plain shoulder-length brown hair, brown eyes, often has ink stains on her face as she is a cartographer, and she would rather everybody just accept that she's just a cartographer. But there's definitely something going on with her. And right now, she's basically trying to figure out how she gets out of all of this. You can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hello, everyone. It's me, Patrick. My pronouns are he, they, and tonight I'll be playing Dreft Vitakin, one of the Angramora exchange program members. He looks pretty much like a very, very, very pale elf with a ponytail at the top of his head, white-haired, simple black clothing. He's traveling with these group of people because we've accidentally unleashed one of the greatest evils in the world, and he wants to put it back in the box, and hopefully his mistress won't be too mad about it. And you can find me on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick. Dref's pronouns are he, him.
Hi there, Earthbounders. This is Ames, and tonight I'm playing Brecky. We are both she, her. Brecky is a 5-foot-tall elf with indigo hair, with green streaks and matching green eyes. She is not too happy about the way things have been going lately. She may not be freaking out as much as she was before, but she's probably not far from a complete and total freak out, which may or may not lead to somebody's demise. Who knows? And you can find me at LollyG50 on Twitter.
Awesome. Before we get started, just a reminder that the safe word for tonight is porcelain. Also, want to give a shout out to our musician who provided music for tonight's episode, our very own Patrick. You can find them over on Twitter at PeculiarPatrick. Go check them out. Do it. And to InSketched for the art that you will see as character tokens. They did the character art. You'll see that if we go into Owlbear tonight. Before we get started, any last requests?
Hi, Mom.
Blame Lock.
Can you just not kill us? That'd be great.
Laissez le bon temps rouler.
Alrighty. Let me just hit the DM switch. When last we left the party, they had woken up in a cave full of psychedelic mushrooms, finding out that their tryst into the Dwarven Kingdom was just a group trip. Or was it? They did make their way to find the Elk Riders, where they were captured and brought to speak to a very large elk rider who seemed to be in charge of the tribe. They were told that they would spend the night sleeping with the elk, and that if they wanted the memory crystal that was in the sword that they had got from the warden of the Blood Hunters, they would have to dispose of the green one in the Grey Tower. Suddenly, without warning, ceremonious drums began to beat. They were brought before a elder woman when Thina Splitton. Almost forgot the name there. The matriarch of the family. As they were preparing to speak, we had to stop because I had to go to work. But guess what? I'm off work tonight. So, with that, this is where our story continues. And this is where you discover you have been forsaken to the will of the dice. That was perfect timing with the music. I love that. I'll never do that again. You find yourself standing before this woman at her eyes searching each of you, the wisdom of years present in her gaze as she leans heavily on her walking stick. It is too cold to be talking out here like ninny-muggins. Come, sit by the fire, warm yourselves, and let us discuss what's happening here. And with that, she will take the arm of one of the younger women that is accompanying her and move to the large pavilion that is in the center of the camp.
Does that happen to be the fire and pavilion that had the little thingies hanging around it before?
No.
Okay.
No.
Sarek will get up and follow suit, follow behind.
You don't have to tell me twice. Trev will take his bag and his little blanket he's been keeping warm and go that way.
Nan will also follow, clutching her map case and kind of looking around.
Brecky follows.
So you enter what can only be described, because for whatever reason words are failing me tonight, as a large yurt. The walls made of hide. They are several thick furs placed around the fire, a circular pattern as the large fire in the center, the smoke rising, billowing through the opening in the top of the tent. At the north point of the tent, the woman sits, motioning to the furs next to her, gently for you to join her.
Go sit right next to her.
Yep, Sarek will sit down and cross-legged sit and wait for whatever she has to say.
Nan will go sit, but not like right up against everybody. She likes to put a little space.
Frika's gonna. She's going to come close, but she doesn't sit. She's gonna remain standing.
Okay. Okay. You must forgive my son. He's an idiot. The green one is a story that we tell our children. I completely lost the voice. The green one is a story that we tell our children when they're misbehaving. The green one that lives in the tower will come and take you away in your sleep. There is not a real green one, but there is something happening in the tower.
I assume that just started recently.
Yes.
And in order for us to get the memory crystal, we must go find out what happened in the tower. What was in the tower before, or was it just abandoned?
We don't know. It's been there as long as we can remember. Someone took Keen Mind.
Other group.
Other group. Oh, well,
We
never
haven't
mind
leveled.
then.
This group hasn't leveled yet.
We
Oh.
haven't leveled yet.
Sorry.
I'll have it after you give me my level.
I tell you what, I'm going to be generous. Since Draft is a scholar,
I mean, he
Give
has
me
been
a-
keeping books on this.
give me a history check with disadvantage.
History check with disadvantage. Because you are benevolent. Do it. Okay, that's a 5.
All right. The woman will go on to explain that the catastrophic things that have been happening that the sun told you have been occurring, but there was no way it's caused by a green one. That is just an old tale.
Yes, I suppose, but something has changed, and I assume we must go in to find out what has changed.
Put your mic down.
Yes, I assume something has changed in there, so I assume we must go in to find out what has changed.
What have you come for?
We've come for the memory crystal inside the warden's sword. Vashka has been let loose in the world. Or
At
potentially.
this, her eyes will dart to yours, Sarek. What did you say, Emmett? My hearing in my age it is getting.
Vashka? He says Vashka?
Now, to be fair, Voshka's still in that cube thing. It was Lucius that you all set free.
Oh shit. Hold on. I must make a dice roll.
Do we all get struck down by lightning right now?
No, she's about to have a heart attack. That's what's gonna happen.
No, instead she claps her hands. Instantly the walls part as 10 masculine elk riders come through pointing their spears at you.
I think what my friend has neglected to mention is that it was an accident. We are simply archaeologists trying to go through Keep Gregarian, and we were looking for something else. It is not our fault that it happens to be when you come across something that is locked up and someone says to save them. So we were just trying to be good people. We have since accidentally, and we are very, very sorry. Right?
Oh, absolutely. Like he said, we didn't know who it was. It's just some old man telling us that he had been caught there and needed help. And on top of that, we were chased by a banana fish, so we were a little stressed in the moment.
A banana what?
You know, big green thing eats people. Don't usually come this far north. We're not really sure what was going on with that.
She will look very perplexed. What's Brecca doing? Brecky. Rika?
Frika.
Rika, yeah.
She
It's
is
a night.
Yeah, she is standing there. She's watching everything, but she actually has her hood pulled down, so it basically looks like just all of her eyes, all of the robe's eyes, her eyes. They're just kind of like watching. And when Dreft mentioned, they were all sorry, she did nod emphatically, but she hasn't said anything.
The woman will count you 3 times. And then raise your hand. The spear warriors lowering their weapons and stepping back at her command. The number's wrong. You're safe.
The numbers.
I'm sorry.
The prophecy speaks of 5.
Did you not
Is-
see?
Is Laz with us?
NPCs are not recognized. So that way they cannot impact the story in any way.
Why are you telling him that? You should have just gone with it. Are you trying to get us killed?
Was that out of character?
Yes.
No, I was just confirming whether or not Laz was present or if we'd left him somewhere.
I know. I was just teasing.
What is this prophecy you speak of?
It is a story that has been passed down from generations that those that are born to ride the waves of damnation will free Vashka from her prison. They're known as the Five, the soldiers of chaos.
I don't like how that sounds. Is there more about these soldiers of damnation? Why would they set free Vashka?
Well, the story goes that they will set her free so that they can purge the world of the darkness that she brings.
That's a much better prophecy. I like that one.
Wait,
Did they say considering she hasn't been solely set free yet? That's why we're here to find the memory cube, because that may be able to tell us where she's going, or if Lucius is going to set her free. If we can get there before him or stop him, we may stop her entering the world.
he said something about there are stones in Glandarius, they said, yeah?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. The prophecy says that they're supposed to rid it, but it doesn't say if they will or not. So, better to kill them if we find them.
Ah. Yeah, that's good to do that kind of thinking. Yeah, that's... Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, back to the task at hand. You said something about a tower.
Yes, just for a couple of weeks now, things have been happening, and they've grown in occurrence and potency over the last 3 days. Lights are in the windows at the Grey Tower again, which has not happened in many elder lifetimes. So what I would like is for you to go and see what's there. That way, if it's something that is less than cordial, we don't start trouble with the tribe, and we can leave it alone.
Fair enough. Rika, Draft, Bjornan, are we in accord? Should we go do this and get the memory crystal?
Yeah, go find out what's going on in this big spooky tower and just come back and tell them what's happening? Yeah, easy enough.
That is all you need, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That
If you're talking, you're muted, Ames.
Okay.
Still can't hear you.
Heard it for a second there.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. She just said okay.
When would you like for us to go?
As soon as possible.
Yes, now would be a wonderful time. Draft, shall we?
Yeah, we shall. He's a little confused why he's being brushed out of the room so quickly, but he's fine. He's like, yeah, let's go do this.
well, are we not going to have breakfast first? Or are you just going to jump right into things?
Oh, I'm sure we'll have some breakfast on the way, or they'll have some soup for us as we walk out the door.
Because you have
We will give you furs to keep you warm, but your provisions are your own.
Fair enough.
Nan's gonna pull a cracker out of one of her ration packs and just eat it.
Yep. We'll get on the way. Get some furs so we stay warm and get on the road. Before they figure out there's 5 of us.
All right. So all of you are in agreement, Brika? You're in agreement?
Yep. She's gonna, she's kind of waiting a little bit for everybody, but she's kind of heading it out. Because she still doesn't trust all these people because of the sigils they had at the one fire. And, yeah. Their idea of what to do about this prophecy. She's just kind of like, yep, nope, let's, go.
Right then. Thank you, Your Grace. We'll report back as soon as we can.
They are waiting for you, giving you furs and special snowshoes to help you trudge through the deep packed snow and ice. Let me see something right quick. No. 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 No.
Yes.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong one. Hold on a second. You guys may be in luck.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. When the DM says we may be in luck, I question.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. RPU, Rainbow's Puppy Unicorns. RPU.
Mm-mm.
Rika,
Yes.
you get this gnawing in the back of your head. This all seems very, very, very rehearsed.
So, like everything this far, like even like what happened the previous evening, or just like what's just now happened?
Just what's happened today. The meeting with the woman, the soldiers showing up, them waiting on you with cloaks. This all seems very, very well thought out, well planned,
Is
very rehearsed.
so very rehearsed? Does it feel false? Like, does she get the feeling like they're being led like somewhere they shouldn't be going?
That's a good question.
Or is
Give
it
me
more,
an insight check.
or is it more like just being like they're being led? So insight.
Yes.
Okay. Because there is a difference, there's a false lead, and then there's like a that that you're being led to, and that's a dirty
Theft.
20.
Nice. You get the feeling that you're being used like you are being led falsely, very, very falsely. With the 30-20, in fact, I will add something to this. It will dawn on you as you are remembering everything that's happened since you've been brought here that the sun said that the green one had showed up a couple of days ago, that they had seen this person show up, and they had no idea who it was.
Have they gone very far from the pavilion yet? Like, were the people waiting a ways away?
I'm going to say by this time you're on the outer edge of the camp.
Okay. Is the, I forgot her name if you said what it was. Is she still at the pavilion? Or has she gone somewhere else?
What, Thuma?
Yes, Thuma.
It's hard to say because it was enclosed.
Okay. Freak is gonna stand there for a second, and she's actually, for the first time in like 24 hours, she's actually gonna like push her hood back, and she's gonna look at the rest of the party and wait a minute. There's things aren't adding up. It's they're just not adding up. This all feels planned, and the story, the Green Man story, isn't it weird? She said that's something they tell children, but the one that she said was her son told us he showed up here within the last 3 days.
Oh, good. I'm not the only one who thinks this all is weird.
I mean,
And you think everything is weird, so it's not a very telling thing.
well, everything
why
kind of
would-
is, but
Why would warriors like them need squishy little things like us to go do this for them?
sometimes you need magic. But either way,
Little offended of being called squishy, but that's neither here nor there. You two might have points there, Dubrika.
As they say, the caution seldom err. Yes, as they say, the cautious seldom err. But we're being driven to the tower. It might have some answers that we seek. Certainly,
It
turning
is-
back won't tell us much more other than getting another story.
Are you
That's a
really
trap.
scared?
And if
Are you
it's a
really-
trap,
Go ahead,
you
sorry.
know it's coming.
Are you
Man.
really scared of Glandamir? Are you really that scared of Glandamir right now?
Scared? No, just never want to see that place again.
But that is
Glandamir,
where we
Papa.
have to go. But that is where he is going right now. We should be chasing this down. So is this memory stone, whatever. We should be chasing him down.
Do you know where he's going in Glandamir?
No, but I am sure that if we follow some form of scholarly path, and maybe I make a phone call, call to my mistress, if she might be able. Excuse me, she might be able to help.
Aha. However, the scholarly path we agreed upon and we are following was that to the memory stone, which would tell us specifically where the stones he is seeking are, so we could possibly get ahead of him.
Can't get ahead of him if he's already going there.
Where in Glandamir is a rather large place. It's a country with many cities and many places which you could hide stones. We don't want to just follow in his wake. We want to get ahead of him so we can stop him.
I see your point, but I'm still just so wary of being used. I don't like it. It's me a weird
not one-
feeling about the material plane.
You would not fare well as a mercenary.
Probably not. I ask very many questions.
Speaking of, who's this mistress you keep talking about?
My mistress is the one who's founded this expedition, who is hopefully going to send me some food soon, he says slightly loudly to the into the ether.
So she's your employer.
Yeah. She is the most breathtaking, most beautiful and divine creature I have ever seen.
Oh, so she's your employer that you got a crush on.
What is a crush? I don't plan on crushing her.
No, not you plan on crushing her. Sorry, I keep forgetting common's not your first language. But,
Yeah.
she'll think a second and then say in Elvish, a crush on someone, you have amorous feelings for them.
Oh, you mean the source? I see. And this is all in Elvish. It's just like, I see. When you like someone a lot, when you want to send them like love letters and things like that, that's No. I would not say this is a crush. No.
Switching back to common. Right then. So, I assume we're still moving away from the village since this all seems very weird. It's a bit of a long way. It seems that he said half day.
Yeah.
All right then. I guess if we want to get out of the cold.
What does the elk riders say when they want to go somewhere? Let's hoof it.
Draft, what is your armor class?
Fast enough to get away from you.
I have a snowball for him.
All right, so marching order.
Nan will be somewhere in the middle.
Brika probably will be too, to be honest. She wouldn't be in the front.
Sarah could be second. We'll put Draft. You probably have better eyes and or
Oh yeah,
perception than I do. So
he's got great
I'll take
eyes.
second. I'll run second so I can provide support and break trail for the other two.
All right, Draft. I need a survival check to see if you stay on course heading
But of
towards the Great Tower.
course. Da-na-na-na. That's 18.
You do, in fact, stay on course. Now, please roll a d6 for me.
A D6. You got it. This button for that button. 3.
The weather stays calm as you travel. A couple of hours pass. I need another survival check, please.
That's a 14.
All righty. Brika, I need a d6, please.
Okay. That is a 3.
All right. So the weather will stay clear, thankfully, because you will realize that you have gotten off course. As when the sun peeks through the clouds for just a few moments, you see the tower further and to your right. This means that you've traveled about an hour out of range. And in this cold, that means you're borderline threatened with exhaustion. Please give me another survival check to see if you can make your way to the tower.
That's an 11.
Give me a D6, Sarek.
It's fine. 2.
2. It will begin to snow, and snow heavily, obscuring your view for more than a couple of yards in front of you. You will realize that once more you are off course. I need everybody to please roll a Constitution saving throw, as the cold even is beginning to eat in through the furs. Brika.
That is an 18.
All right. Drift.
That's a 10.
All right. Nan.
16.
And Sarek.
17.
All right. The DC was 10. If you meet, you beat. You all avoid getting a point of exhaustion. But I need another survival check from a Draft and a D6 from Nan.
Ooh. That's 18.
1.
The snow will become heavier, making it even harder to see. The temperature's dropping drastically. Luckily, though, you make it to the Gray Tower, the looming cylindrical lonesome spire rising up into the heavens before you. There is a large double gate entrance facing the south with runes, not ruins, runes carved into the door. Yes, Drift.
What do they say? Because I can read all writing.
They say that winter has come. Let the sheep be slain.
That's ominous.
That's lovely. Yeah.
Oh, he didn't read that out loud.
Oh,
Which is what I
Sure.
assumed. Is he making a face or anything, or just
No, he
looking
just
at it?
says, he just looks at it and says, "Oh, that's ominous."
What's ominous?
Oh, is that? It just says that we're going to die.
It literally says you're gonna die.
Well, no, it's just metaphorical. I was assuming.
Well, what does it say?
Oh, it says, "Winter is here. Let the lambs be slaughtered." I am assuming that we are the lambs in this instance. Or if we are the winter. What if we are the winter and we are the ones that is coming? Oh.
What if we make ourselves we get ourselves back to the port and we find some real, like, actual adventurers who know how to handle these things and send them after Lucius?
You haven't been out much in the world, have you, Snan?
I'm a cartographer. I usually just go where I'm asked to go or paid to go and make maps.
What do you think adventurers are?
People who do adventurous things.
Is traveling not adventurous for you, or is that just something you do every day?
It's just what cartographers do. It's part of my job.
Yep. Most adventurers that I've run across wanted nothing to do with what they were doing. They were all just normal people like you and me.
At this point, you will hear, "Slay the lamb! Slay the lamb! Winter's here! Winter's here!" As you see a crow, or a raven, rather, hopping around, pecking at some of the rocks near the entrance.
Would a talking raven be suspicious?
That's up to you.
I will give it a 50-50.
Is it a
Not
crow
that
or a
bad.
raven?
It's a raven.
Raven.
Nope.
Okay.
Sarek doesn't find it suspicious one bit.
I have a question, Tyr. With the knowledge I have of animals because of my other part, do I know that it's normal or not normal for ravens to repeat language or talk in some way?
Ravens are known to repeat language. They are known to repeat phrases. However, this one will look up and lock eyes with you, Nan. "You're gonna die, Nan. You're gonna die."
She's going to look at the others. Right, well, I'm done here. Y'all have a good day. Good luck to all of you.
And where do you think you're going?
Anywhere that's not here.
Back into the snowstorm where you surely will freeze to death.
Have I told y'all how much I hate you?
Not today, at least.
I get that a lot. I really do.
Do you know what that means then? If you hate us, that means that then you clearly are our friends, because these only those type of people that stick with people after they say they hate them are friends. So whether you like it or not, well, I suppose it just gets lost in translation, as it were. Mr. Raven, or Miss Raven, you.
"You're gonna die."
Yes, that's probably very true. At least at some point in my life, I will die, and hopefully it's not my final one. But the big question is, where is your master?
"I have no master. I need no master."
Oh, that's a very big talk for a very small bird. But I like it. That's lots of spunk, yeah.
"Look down."
You'll just look down.
As you look down, those of you, does everybody look down, or does just Druff look down?
No.
I'm watching the raven.
Raven.
Brecky's
Those,
watching
as
Raven.
those of you that don't look down will see the raven hop over to a rock, and step down, the rock pressing into the ground as the floor falls beneath you.
Oh shit!
As Brika falls, she's just gonna be like, fucking ravens. Never bring good news.
Draft, quit talking to strange birds.
A force will grab you before you splat against the floor, holding you. As if examining you, you will be turned, twisted, shaken, and then gently laying on the floor.
Nan is just holding onto her map case.
Constitution saving throw. What was left of Sarek's lunch is now lying in the corner after being shucked and turned around like that.
Jeff's just gonna call out to the darkness. Hello?
Greetings, sheep.
Hello, Winter.
Very good. You will see a goblin dressed in finery, a monocle, a walking stick that is bejeweled and bespoke, stepping from the shadows. I see you met Clovis.
That's the raven. You have a very smart raven out there.
Why have you come to my tower?
To be real, just to check it out. Honestly, we were just trying to see what is going on, and then we were going to leave.
Deception check.
But he's telling the truth.
He's attempting to deceive.
There is no deception in his voice at all. He's literally telling the truth. He came there to check out the tower, and that is it. He is not lying.
That is what we were told to do.
Okay, I'll give you that one.
You could insight me and see if I'm like truthful, if he believes me, I guess. But I'm not trying to lie.
He rolled a 3 on his insight. So you've not been sent to destroy the darkness.
But not.
We got told to come check the tower and go back. That's all.
No, you were told.
Well, yes. Actually, now that you mention it, we originally were told to come kill you, but then they just told to come check us out. So we're getting mixed messages on this one. We're simply looking for the memory cube. Do you happen to have it?
I don't even know what a memory cube is.
Fair enough.
Follow me, follow me.
If you don't mind me asking, what are you planning to do with us?
Well, that depends on how you answer my questions. He will turn and skulk up to you, his small goblin form seeming to grow and his intimidating presence as he comes towards you. I could always eat you, my dear.
I'd really rather you didn't.
Don't worry. I'm a vegetarian. Come along. Come along.
Follow this guy. This goblin.
Hey, Sarek will wait for everyone to go in front of him, and he'll bring up the rear.
Traveling down a very dimly lit hallway for most of you. Some of you will see it. It is just a average, ordinary, nondescript stone hallway leading to a door of wrought iron. You will see him pull a key from his belt and open the door. Inside the room, as the door opens, the stench of death collides with you instantly as you see bodies littered across and a walkway between them. There's 13 bodies on the left, 13 bodies on the right.
Oh, that's you have a very fancy way of decorating. I'm sorry, and you are Winter, but I feel as if that is not as respectful as I should be. What shall I call you if not Winter?
Winter is fine for now.
Fair enough.
You said you had questions for us. I assume, should we not answer them to your satisfaction? We join the bodies in this room?
That is correct. Nan
Yeah.
and Brika.
Yes.
1 second. You recognize some of these bodies. Some of these are guards that were there stationed that keep Regurgarian.
Nan would recognize them?
Yeah. They were guards for the archaeological dig.
Nan won't say anything.
Same for Brika. You recognize.
She's gonna look, and then she's gonna stop for a second, and she's just gonna kind of like look over to where Winter is. And so, are you gonna ask us questions? Because I have some questions for you.
Yes. Once we get near the hearth, we will have questions. We will have questions and refreshments.
How do
And
we
And they
know?
will keep walking.
I do love me a good refreshment. Now keep walking.
I wonder if we'll have tea.
What was your question, Brika?
She's just gonna be like, how do we know we're not gonna end up like these?
You don't. But if you stay here, it guarantees it.
Sorry.
So do you follow?
Yes. Sorry. The cat.
She's been assaulted by a cat.
You are led through a series of rooms and hallways until you come to a grand gathering hall. The walls are baby blue. They are hundreds of fresh blooming flowers, daisies, roses, dandelions, just a plethora of both finer flowers and what people would consider the commoner vegetation. There is a 6-foot tall fireplace that is 4 foot wide, ablaze. The room is warm. The furs now seem heavy and bothersome as you begin to overheat in them.
Winter, do you mind if I just and he just drops the fur off of his back?
No, make yourself comfortable. He will stomp his walking stick against the ground, and large overstuffed chairs will appear behind each of you.
Do you mind if I stand?
However you're comfortable.
It's hard to sit when I'm nervous.
Sarek will take his furs off and stuff in his backpack. Set his backpack by the chair, and he'll sit down and calmly wait. See what happens.
You know, the weather outside may be terrible, but no one can ever say that Winter is not hospitable. And he'll take off the furs and sit it back into the chair, kind of sling his bag into his lap, and put his hand inside of the bag, and just sit and wait for the questions.
Rika?
She will shrug the fur off, but she is standing in front of a chair. She just, like, kind of drape the fur over it.
So, have you come to kill me?
No.
Good. Did the Elk Rider send you?
Yes.
So, you are the sacrifice. Excellent. You seem hearty.
Wait. If we are going to be a sacrifice, I at least ask that for the hospitality to be continued and some form of food be provided for not only myself, but for my fellow sacrifices.
At this point, a creature will come limping into the room. It has the torso of a polar bear. One arm looks like the flipper of a seal. The other looks like a human arm. The face is cut up and stitched, the mouth stitched closed. It is pulling a wagon of food.
Well, that is very hospitable. And what is your next question?
That's the only questions I had.
Oh,
Simple enough. Do you have some tea?
There'll be tea on the card. Eat your fill. I want your last meal to be a happy one.
are you going to be doing the killing, or is he kind of like thumbs over to the creature that just brought all the food in?
Oh, I do all my own dirty work.
Fair enough.
Is
Why
there
would
any-
Nan, we'll let you go first. Nan,
Is there anything we could offer you in exchange and you could let us go?
That is a good question. You could kill the old woman.
The old woman.
The evil sorceress, Thuma.
Thuma Split Tongue.
She is no split tongue.
All right, I'm confused. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to follow here. What is a split tongue?
They didn't tell you why you were coming.
No, they literally asked us. She told us she wanted us to come and see what was going on at the tower and come back and tell her.
Again, she breaks the rules of the Accord.
The whole thing did seem very strange.
I'm sorry, Vinter. This seems just a little too much like we have walked into the middle of something. It has been going on for a very long time between the two of you, and I don't want to be the one that comes into the middle and breaks up a perfectly good agreement and accord. So, I ask this. I give you a favor that you can eventually call upon me, and you will let me and my friends leave.
When you say favor, an eyebrow will arch. A favor.
Yes, but there are some limitations to what I can do, as I am only one of Shadow and Nightmare. Well, not so much Nightmare, but I only am just one Angermoran. I cannot do as much as I would my predecessors and the heroes of my realm have ever done. I'm just a simple Angermoran, and if you want our help with something later on down the road, cannot be right now. You need to be able to think on it before, and I will not murder the old lady. You have already said that, and that means that I would be doing something and interrupting a deal between the two of you. I don't want any part of that. But I will give you something outside of it at a later date. but we must be given at least the food and the relaxation, the hospitality that you have been showing us, which is very nice of you. You give that
Give me
to us?
a persuasion check.
Hell yes. Da-na-na. 11.
Favor. Look, I have an accord with the woman. She sends me sheep that I can use their blood to maintain my life. And in doing this, I keep the hounds, we'll call them, at bay. I'm a prisoner here, tied to this tower, born to suffer the inconsiderate atrocities that this old hag puts on me time and time again. And the deal was, those that were coming to give their life knew they were coming to give their life. I did not want to just kill people that had no idea why they were being sent here.
That's very kind of you.
But as I have learned in my travels as a merchant, as the drow like to say, there's always an escape route.
I'm not very familiar with that one, but I will say that I am.
There's always a way out. There's always a loophole in the contract, you see.
Are you saying there's a loophole in our contract or yours?
Both.
Right then, so what's our way out?
You help me.
By killing her.
No. Something better. Something far better. You seem to be the first special, and he will cast a look to you, Rika, individuals to come. In fact, I would dare say you're the first that met the criteria. In the basement, in the dungeon, in the beneath, whatever word you wish to name it, lies my bones. If they are blessed by Fae and laid to rest, I am free of my curse.
Why do I hear a
And where are we supposed to find Fae?
That was my question.
I need everyone but Brika to earmuff. In your mind, you will hear, "Where indeed, child? Where indeed?"
If you know what I am, you know I can't say. You know you've asking me to put my entire life in danger.
Your life is already in danger.
What do I get other than saving you and getting out of here?
If you save me, I will help you and your friends, acquaintances, companions, whatever nomenclature you wish to assign to them, on whatever task or journey that you full-heartedly have accepted.
And you swear it.
I swear it.
Not a drow swear.
No, do I look like a drow?
No, but you're the one that brought them into this.
That just because they always have such a wonderful saying.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna slip into Undercommon and just it's gonna be a long stream of curses, like the most hideous, horrible string of drow curses that you've ever heard in your life. Including
All right.
she's also cursing him for a
Okay.
second.
All right. Can I bring the others back?
Yes, and they can come back to her cursing in Drow.
You all will see break uh, an interesting look across their eyes as their face is covered by the veil, and then a stream of what could be interpreted as profanities in a language you do not speak.
And then she's suddenly just going to point at Winter and just be like, "Fine."
Then
Excellent.
we are in an accord, then? And Drift will put out his hand to shake.
Winter will take your hand and shake it. As he does, there'll be a zap of electricity, not enough to hurt, enough to tingle. As all those looking will see energy looking like ribbon wrapping itself around your two hands and tying in a bow, sealing the accord in magic.
Damn.
We put
The-
your bones to rest, and we are safe.
Agreed. Now eat, drink, be merry.
Oh well, if I'm going to die, at least I'll have some tea first. Just sip his tea and just wait, see what happens next at this point.
Nan is kind of talking to herself softly in that soft sing-song sounding language.
Drift is filling himself with food, as it has been about 2 days since he has really eaten a meal. And he is enjoying himself. He is feeling kind of on top of the world.
Rika is sat down, but she is basically in trance right now. She has a completely blank look on her face. She is completely lost in her trance and her own thoughts.
All right. We're going to go ahead and take our break right here. My back is hurting. I need to make some adjustments. And I'm hungry. I need to get me a snack. So we'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out while we took our break, get our snickety snacks, our beverages of choice, and handle things. Before the break, the party had made their way to the Grey Tower. They had found a warning written on the door that said that winter was here and that the sheep would be slaughtered. A raven activating a trapdoor beneath them sent them plummeting to the ground beneath, where they met a goblin dressed in very fine clothing that introduced themselves as Winter. The goblin explained that the old woman, Thuma Splittongue, was his captor, and he was here to keep the hounds, quote unquote, at bay. But he offered a deal that if you all helped him, then that was a way out. This is where we resume. What would you like to do?
Brika has one last question for him.
Okay.
She comes out of her little trance and... Winter, one more question.
Yes.
What are the hounds that you speak of?
Why? The darkness. The all-consuming. The shadows live. No, not the shadows of Angramora. The shadows themselves live. There is a darkness that has cursed this land to devour, and it sends forth creatures. He will point to the cart where the food was on, in various forms and various stages of ferocity to devour. This land has been cursed, but Thuma thinks that she is smart to keep the hounds at bay, so that the elk riders will continue to follow them.
So...
Do
If
you
we-
know the name? Brecca?
if we release you, that releases the darkness.
And the curse can take its payment.
From who?
From Thuma.
And that's all.
I keep forgetting you are not of the people. Long ago, when it was long ago, Thuma struck a deal with the darkness during a time of despair. Plague, famine, plagued the people. And they made a deal that they would sacrifice one half of their people in exchange for saving the rest. And Thuma was good to their word. They sacrificed one half of the tribe with their own hands. The holy person of the tribe, the one that they called Vilda Splittongue, the speaker of the spirits, cursed Thuma for betraying the people.
So this is all just a tribe war, essentially.
Isn't anything just a war among factions? Internal struggle and strife, whether it's on a grander scale or a smaller scale?
True.
But see, I have a secret. I have knowledge. This tower, he will raise his hands, is filled with tomes. And when you have nothing but time on your hands, you consume them. They become an obsession. And I have seen your faces before. I know your names. He will lean in real close to you, Sarek. I know your secrets.
That will his face will go from the contemplative, natural state to a very serious, sharp-eyed look.
I can help.
What is the nature of these tomes you speak of?
Why, they have everything from how to properly prepare a elk to how to summon a greater demon. They are books beyond books beyond books.
And yet we are in these books?
Or
He alludes to us being prophecy.
No, this has nothing to do with prophecy.
I'm sorry. Where I come from, we don't do a lot of like reading prophecies and stuff. I'm a little confused. Could someone explain a little better what's going on?
My main objective is just making sure that, yes, we've struck this accord, and so honestly, there's no way out of it. But it also means he has no reason to lie, because he knows that I'm going to do what I already said I would do, because he knows that's my nature. However, what I would like to make sure is that by relieving you of your burden and releasing these hounds, that this curse is only to this land. That it's not part.
It is not to the land, it is to Thuma.
That's what I mean, but it's only to.
You don't want to have any collateral damage
Yes.
from whatever we have just done.
I don't
Yeah?
want. Yeah. I don't want another. Let's not make a bigger shitstorm if we can help it.
That
I
is
swear
very
to
fair.
you, the word of a gentleman. Once the hounds have Thuma, they will harm no others.
Above board question. You said he is a goblin?
Yes.
Goblins are considered part of the Fae, correct?
No.
Oh.
Wait, are they?
I thought they were, but now I'm
They
running Tessa.
they updated things, and I'm not completely up to date. Are they
Well-
now part of the Fae?
Goblins have lived in the Feywild, I guess, along with hobgoblins and such. And then they were cast out, I think. I don't remember.
I mean,
But it's your world, Tyr. That's the thing.
it's your
You can
world,
make
that's
them
why
Fey
I'm
or not.
asking. That's why I'm asking.
In Room of Kesha, they're not Fae, but
Okay.
in the books they are. So, but in Room of Kesha, goblins are not Fae.
But okay. Well then she is going to walk over to where she is standing right in front of him, and she is basically close enough that they are eye to eye, and she's going to say, "You may not be the same, but I have the feeling you honor the word just as I do. So your word to me is as law. Correct?"
Correct.
That's all I need.
So, since you seem to know all our secrets from these books, you would know Lucius has been freed and he seeks to free Veshka, correct?
I have no idea who Lucius and Vashka is.
They are not in your books. How
Not
very.
any books that I've read.
And yet you've read about us.
Yes. And I will reveal it all to you.
I'm sorry, what is it you're going to be revealing?
Why, your destiny. What's brought you together? What's interwoven you? Your lives are no longer your own. They are intertwined. Where one go, the rest must follow.
No, we're here because we got trapped in some ruins and sort of set free a bad person.
You must
Nothing
have
happens happenstance.
must have been a bad sign if you were born that you are born under, because you're stuck with me.
Remember the Chamber of the Wolf? the binding that took place, that was no mushroom dream.
I'm really
So-
wishing it was.
I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. However, good winter, how do we find your bones again? They're down below?
They're down below in a chest, guarded by 2 creatures of ancient origin.
I knew there was a catch. Which path do we take to get down there then? And what type of creatures are they?
You'll see. He will point to a stairwell beside the fireplace as he begins to fade from sight. The moon rises, and so I fade. I'll be back when the moon fades, and I shall rise.
Right, so we should go.
Generally, most of my employers are corporeal. Oh well, I suppose it's the first time for everything. And he will gesture for people to go in front of him.
Here.
Good drift?
There's. Yes, yeah. Just a moment. I'm just, I've some thinking thoughts, if that is what it is. Good tier, can I make some sort of check to try and figure out what Brika meant by honoring the word? That stuck out to him.
Give me... This is going to be just a basic intelligence check.
It's a 7.
No idea.
No idea, but it does stick out to me. That does seem... See, it just seemed odd. But... That's nothing, son. You said this way? And he'll put his hand into his bag and whisper glaive, and he will pull out his glaive from his bag folding, and use it kind of as a walking stick to go forward.
Is it dark in the stairwell?
No. It is... There are torches, normal torches. It is not magic, but there are sconces with torches every 10 feet or so. I need walking order, please.
Frika would have went first. She was already heading to it. She's like, let's go.
Second.
I'll go third then.
Oh. Yeah, poor Nan will stay close to Sarek then, because she doesn't like being in the rear. Doesn't like feeling exposed.
Down the tunnel you go. The winding stairwell. Down and down and down you go. Moments turning to minutes before finally reaching the bottom. You will find a single wrought iron door with a very large pull ring.
Brecky's gonna wait and kind of, when Dreft and Sarek come up, she's gonna kind of like motion to it, like, you know, I'm kind of small.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
If
When
Jeff,
someone's
go ahead.
Sarek's going to walk up to it, pull back the pull ring, and knock on the door 3 times.
Knock 3 times on the right iron door if you want in. Nothing happens.
One must be polite. And he's going to pull it open.
It will not open.
Oh. Is it locked? Tyr, is it locked, or does it feel like he doesn't have the strength to pull it open?
Give me an insight check.
You're a dick.
No, I'm
Nope.
not.
Okay, great. I failed that. I got a 8. No, I thought you were
Okay.
going to say it's a push door.
Well, 8 is good enough. It is a push door.
Damn it! You're a bastard for that one.
There's one.
Because I walked right into that, didn't I?
Because we slipped far side right into Runeth Kesha.
He will now push the door open, if he can.
Pushing the door open, a cold wind will come, almost freezing wind. You will see beautiful carved stone floor covered in patches of ice and large chunks of stone from the wall having fallen. In the center of the back wall, the room being about 75 feet long, you will see a statue of an angel kneeling, holding a sword. In front of it is a large wooden and wrought iron chest. And in front of that are 2 creatures that look kind of like polar bears, but they carry themselves more like men. And it is upon seeing you that they charge and everybody rolls initiative. While you all are rolling initiative, I will get some good battle music going.
And I'll get us switched over for Owlbear.
Ooh, shiny map.
Thank you. I made this map.
Incarnate.
Yep.
Cool.
All right. Where did my pencil go? My pencil ran away. Can't do proper combat. I'll use a pen. Oh, there's my pencil. All right. Brika.
Mine is a 17.
Drift.
I also got a 17.
All right. Who's got the higher dex?
Mine's a 12.
Mine is a 17.
All right. So Drift. Nan.
11.
And Sarek.
7.
All right. So, Drift, you're up first.
Okay. He's just gonna meet the charge and cast Booming Blade cantrip with his glaive already out. I brandish the weapon used in the spell's casting, making a melee attack with it against a creature within 5 feet. On the hit, it suffers the weapon's normal damage and it becomes sheathed in booming energy until the start of my next turn. And if it moves 5 or more feet before then, it takes 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
So here is the glaive. Are you really? I rolled a natural 1.
Ooh. As you come through, the creature smacks your weapon out of your hand, and it goes flying 6 feet away. I will put this token as your weapon.
I'll use my movement to disengage. I'm not disengaging, obviously, because I don't have the action for it, but I'm going to use my movement and object interaction then to move to number 2 and pick up my glaive.
All right, that'll cure attack of opportunity from number 1. 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
That'll be 4 points of slashing damage from its claw.
Ugh.
All right, is that your turn?
Yeah, he has his glaive back, and he's standing in front of number 2, so we're Gucci.
All right, Brika.
Okay. Brika is going to move over to where she is just... I'm going to use my movement and move over to number 1 just so I'm in range of number 1 and out of range of anybody else. And she is going to cast Arms of Hodor, or Hadar.
All right.
That is going to be... Hold on a minute. You invoke the power of Hadar, the Dark Hunder. Tendrils of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet of you. Each creature in that area must make a strength saving throw, and that is 14, please.
Fails.
All right. And I get to do 2d6 of necrotic damage. Maybe. That is 4 damage.
Where is it centered? Is it centered on self?
Yes. It's centered on her.
Okay.
And then it's like it's 10 feet, 10 foot radius.
Oh, it's 10 foot. Okay.
Yeah.
I have the thing wrong. That's better.
Yeah.
Now you're not beating the hell out of your peoples.
Yeah. Because it's only 10 feet.
All right, is that your turn?
Yes.
It is the monster's turn. The first one attacking you, Brecker.
Okay.
That is a 12.
That hits.
That is 3 points of slashing damage. Second attack from it will miss. This one's attacking you, Drift. First attack is a 17.
17 will hit.
That's 6 points of damage. Second attack will miss. That dice goes in timeout. Pull this dice up. All right. That will bring up Nan.
Okie doke. I had something planned and then people moved and I'm like, oh shit, if I do that, I'm going to hurt them. That's no good. So Nan, obviously freaking out, will drop the map case that she's been holding so tightly, her eyes suddenly going white. And that's probably what I'm going to do. She's going to throw up her hand, casting Scorching Ray. You create 3 rays of fire and hurl them at targets within range. You can hurl them at one target or several. Make a ranged spell attack for each ray. On a hit, the target takes 2d6 fire damage.
All right.
Okie doke. So there's 3 of them, and I'm aiming all 3 of them. I'll have to step slightly around Sarek, and going to aim all 3 of them at number 1 because he's the one I have a better shot at, like clearer line of sight. 19 plus 6 is 25 for the first one.
That'll hit.
Only 12 for the second one.
That'll miss.
Second one misses. That's cocked, mother. That's 15 for the third one.
That'll hit. So
All
2. Roll your damage, please.
All right. So that's going to be 46 total because 2 of them hit. And so the first bolt does 5 and the second one does 5. Haha. So 10 points of damage altogether.
All right. Was that your
And-
turn?
That will be Nan's turn.
All right, Sarek.
Sarek uses his free object interaction, pulling his blade, and he's going to run around the backside of Dreft and line up next to Dreft on number 2.
Okay.
Then he's going to breathe in, and he's going to breathe out a line of lightning for his breath weapon attack. It is a DC Dex save, DC 14 for 2d6 lightning damage. It'll hit number 1 and number 2. Yep.
Okay. And what was the save again? I'm sorry.
Dex DC 14.
And they both fail.
They take 10 points of lightning damage.
Number 1 looks really hurt. Number 2 looks pissed off. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
That'll bring us to Drift.
All right. This time, just spinning his glaive, he is going to attack the number 2 in front of him. 7.
Misses.
And that's my action.
All right, Brika.
Okay. This time we're gonna go simple. She's going to do her poison spray at number 1. That's a
Okay.
Constitution 14 saving throw.
All righty. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Okay. That is 10 points.
You've got a pretty high perception, passive perception. It doesn't look like it does much damage.
So poison, huh?
All right. That will bring up them. Number 2, going after you, Sarek. First attack. 14.
Nope.
Second attack. Ooh, I'm sorry, my friend.
What did I do to you? What did I do?
You know what you did. That'll be 10 points of slashing damage. Number 1, I have to make a check. Oh, that's not good. Y'all will see that number 1 begins to shake and growl, and its form doubles in mass as 2 more arms jut from its side, the white fur covered in blood as it pierces the skin to be released. When it goes to growl, you'll hear this deep growling noise as its jaw will open like a mandible as it tries to bite you, Brika. And that's a 2.
That does
It's not going to
hit.
get you. All right. That will bring up Nan.
Here. She's gonna be really mad at me about this one. Sorry, wrong voice. She'll be very angry about this one. Nan is going to wild shape into a panther,
Okay.
which takes my full action, and then prepare herself to run at number 1.
All right. Zarek.
As a bonus action, he's going to use his fighting spirit for this turn. It gives him an advantage on his attack rolls. And
Okay.
it gives him 5 temporary hit points. And then he's going to swing away with his great sword on number 2. Yeah, 12 or dirty 20.
Dirty 20 will hit.
2d6 plus 5. Ten points of slashing damage.
It will howl in pain and withdraw a little bit. Not enough to step outside of engagement, but it does recoil from the pain. That'll bring up Dreft.
Dreft is going to step so that he is in between number 1 and number 2, and then turn to number 1 and speaking in Infernal and throwing out his hand as if he's going to blow a kiss. He's going to blow across his hand and is going to do Cantrip Poison Spray. Constitution 14 saving throw.
Okay.
And if they succeed, they have to succeed, or I do 1d12.
Oh, they
of
succeed.
poison. Oh, then nothing happens for them.
All right. Rika.
Let's see. Hey, it worked good the first time. She's going to cast Arms of Hodor. I keep wanting to say Hodor, but it's Hatter again. So that's a 14 strength saving throw.
All right. That is an 18.
So you're only going to take half. Let me double check. You on a 6, yeah, half damage. So that'll be 5 points of damage because the total was 10.
That'll do it. The creature almost falling on top of you, lifeless to the ground. Its life force diminished. It is gone.
As for my bonus action, she's going to Misty Step so that she's behind number 2. And then that's my turn.
All right, go ahead and move your token.
It
It is number 2's turn. I'm going to roll a d6 to see who it attacks. It is going after you, Sarek. First attack. 18.
That hits.
6 points of damage. Slashing damage, for what it's worth.
All right.
I don't know if you got anything that reduces certain types of damage.
Just lightning.
That is a 17.
That also hits.
That will be another 3 points of damage. It is going to use its special ability to frenzy to attack you again. 5 points of damage. 4 points of damage. It is now Nan's turn.
All right. The panther. I don't have enough movement to do a pounce, so I'm just going to run at number 2 and use my claw attack. Do I want to claw or do I want to bite? I think claw first. Let's see. $14.
Hits.
All right. That's
Just hits. That's its AC is 14.
it's not a lot of damage. 5 points of slashing damage.
That'll do it. This creature will fall lifeless to the ground.
He got a kitty cat scratch and died.
Cat scratch fever.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to have to take a break here. It is an impromptu, so it'll only be like 5 minutes. But I've got to take pain medicine. I forgot to take it. And we'll be back in 5. And we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out. Well, I had to take that break. I'm sorry. You guys have just defeated these creatures. And again, in this room, that's 75 feet. It is very sparse. There is this statue of this angel kneeling and a chest of wood and wrought iron.
I'm going to give the air a sniff. Since I'm currently a panther.
All right, give me a perception check.
So the panther has advantage on wisdom checks that rely on smell.
Okay.
And since I'm currently in the panther form, let's see how that goes. Oh, good. That makes that 23.
You get a delightful scent of blood mixed with body odor, with death, with anxiety, with fear, with exhilaration, mixed with cold, stale air.
But I don't smell any other, like, strange creatures or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Is that the box? Is that where... And Jeff's gonna start walking over to the box.
Okay.
That's where Brecky's heading.
Sir,
Okay.
stay back by the bodies.
Okay. What's Nan done?
At the moment, kind of watching the bodies, making sure they're not moving, occasionally sniffing the air.
Okay. So, Rika and Draft, you all arrive at this large chest.
You handy with finding things on things sometimes?
Sometimes.
Oh, then by all means. And he'll take a step back to let you investigate the box.
She's gonna investigate the box.
It is a large, 5 foot tall, 6 foot wide, or 6 foot long, 4 foot deep chest of oak and wrought iron strapping.
Is there any engravings, anything on it?
No,
No? Is it locked?
you don't know. Is it?
Well, I mean, that's what she would investigate too.
Are you opening it?
She's gonna try.
Opening it, you will see a pile of bones. And a glint will catch your eye, according to the dice.
She's gonna look closer at the glint.
You see a necklace of gold buried in the bones.
You're pausing. Why are you pausing? What did you find?
It's obviously his bones, but there's a gold necklace in with the body.
Why don't you just bless the bones first, and then we will do some grave robbing afterwards? I mean, archaeological work afterwards.
You don't steal from the dead.
It's not stealing if I'm just reappropriating it to a museum to be looked at for other people to be seen. I don't plan on using it, just archaeologically.
She's gonna turn towards Drift as he's talking, and her eyes start to glow, and she goes, "No, you do not understand. You do not steal from the dead."
Hey, okay, don't steal from the dead. That's whatever you say, whatever you say.
She's gonna turn back to the box, and she's gonna sit there a minute and stare at it.
Okay.
Because she's got to kind of come to terms with what she has to do. Without looking back at Drift again, she's going to ask him, "Can you go back to the others?"
Vido.
Just please go back to the others.
Is it such a private thing to be standing over a set of bones? All you're doing is saying, I bless these bones, they're going on to the other world, and then poof.
And as you say that, Drift, the bones begin to rattle. They begin to churn. They begin to rise. You see, the people of Angermora are considered Fey in Runeth Kesha. Not something that would be widely known. The bones will come together kneeling like the statue of the angel behind them, the gold necklace draping around the neck of the skeleton, and in his hand, a violin. For those of you watching the bodies, you will see the blood that is there begin to pool and then begin to move deliberately towards these bones.
That's interesting.
Nan will kind of growl and hiss at it.
Drift, my dear boy, what did you do now?
All I said was that these bones were blessed and that his body could pass on to the other world.
Saying it again, the room will begin to shake and tremble as the blood begins to crawl up the skeleton. As it does, flesh, muscle, sinew begin to form. This naked creature, long flowing blonde hair, blue eyes, wings up to the back, and now contrasted against porcelain skin is a golden necklace that says Helga.
As Dreft is very into the old world Runeth Kesha, could I make a history check to see if that means anything?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, history check. An 18?
Doesn't mean a thing. The individual will stand, the wings stretching. It will pop his back. You'll hear an audible pop, 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 pop. Oh, it is so good to be back.
Hello.
Oh, how the hell are you?
I'm okay. I'm sorry. I've never. Who are you?
Well, who are you?
Well, I'm Jeff Vitakin of Vancormora. Who are you?
I'm Billy. Billy Bard.
Billy. You were not Winter.
No, it wasn't.
I'm confused. I'm going to sit here for a second.
Excellent. You have brought back the last of the Seraphim for me. You will hear Winter's voice behind you.
Sorry, it's a what?
The Seraphim.
Oh, now it makes sense. Let me guess. You drink the Seraphim dry, you live forever, and you no longer have to deal with the curse.
Oh, no. No, his hell will be special the walking stick, you will hear it, since you're all still facing Billy, tap the ground, and chain will wrap around this naked individual. Black wrought iron chain with deep, nasty barbs, tightening as crimson begins to flow against the porcelain skin. My mistress wants him personally.
And who is your mistress?
Vashka.
Because of course she is.
Winter, I'm just going to have to say that you are kind of a pain in the ass right now. And as the room is 75 feet, and he is definitely within the 60 feet from that could be possibly made, I need him to make an intelligence save. 14 is he's just going to whip his hand out as like it's a whip, and it's a mind sliver.
Do you have to be looking at the target?
Mm-mm. Just within range.
Okay. It doesn't say a creature you can see.
No, you drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature you can see within. Well, I guess okay, he would turn around. He would turn around in the monologuing of, Divinter, you are definitely a pain in the ass, and then he'll mind
Okay,
slip around.
as you turn, these things are going to happen sequentially. First, I need you all to roll initiative as we are entering into combat. As you turn to cast your mind sliver, they are casting magic as well. So we're going to go off of initiative order to see how this gets done.
Yeet.
I know you guys was positive that last combat wasn't the combat.
You were listening in, weren't you?
No, it wasn't. All right. Rika.
That was 10.
Drift.
15.
Heathernan.
16.
And Sarah.
12.
All right. Nan, you're up. Go ahead and tell me what you want to do while I bring back the music.
All right. Where is Winter standing on the map?
Oh, yes, we have the map. I'm sorry, I forgot we had Owlbear. So you all be there. You all be there. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Cute.
Righty. So he's roughly 10 feet from me.
Roughly,
Alright.
yes.
All right. Well, I'm still a panther, so I guess we're gonna run up and try to sink our teeth into him.
All right, go ahead and make that attack roll. I will say this: as you turn and leap towards them, they are no longer a goblin. They are a large, mammoth creature covered in green scales, looking almost dragonborn, but with a slight deformity to the maw. Their eyes solid black without pupil, no horns.
Oh boy. That sounds exciting. And by exciting, I mean terrifying. All right. Natural 20. I'm not even fucking kidding.
All right.
Woo, woo.
Raise the roof.
Which makes it a 24 if that matters. It's 1d6 for the bite.
So 6 plus.
No. So 6 plus 1. So 7 plus 2 is 9 points of piercing damage from the bite.
All right. Is that your turn?
That will be my turn. I didn't have enough
All
room to run to make it a pounce, so that's it.
All right, Drift.
Mind Sliver.
Failed the saving throw.
Hell yeah! He'll take 2 psychic damage. And for his object interaction, he's going to put away his glaive.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, that'll bring up Sarek.
Seeing Winter turn into something rather nasty and Nan charging forward as Miss Kitty, he's just going to charge forward. Out of the bonus action, use his a second use of his fighting spirit to give advantage to his attack, and then swing away with his greatsword.
All right.
Survey says 17.
17 hits.
Cool. 10 points of slashing damage. And that'll be his turn.
All righty. You will hear behind you now singing. Beautiful, melodic singing. You'll feel a warmth settle over each of you as you each get back 8 hit points.
Much better.
The creature is going after you, Sarek.
All right.
A 3.
Miss.
A 3 again.
Also a miss.
And for its tongue lash,
Ew.
18.
Double ew. No tongue on the first date.
It didn't get that memo. Oh, shit, I dropped the dice. Keep that to yourself, Ren. That is 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right. Well,
Wait a minute. Hold on. I skipped
wait.
Rika.
oh,
So retract that. You did not take 8 points of damage because I don't know what Brika's going to do that could impact whatever. Sorry about that, Brika.
It's okay.
So go ahead. It's your turn now, Brika.
Okay. She's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers, which is a 14 Wisdom saving throw. 14, please.
All right.
And we're doing level 2.
That is cocked. That is cocked. That is an 8.
Ha! When she starts to cast this, she, instead of a melodious song, like it says, she is actually going to be yell out to him in Drow that he broke his word. And it's 4d6 of damage, which means... Give me all the damage. That will be 17.
Okay. Is there any other side effects or anything to this?
I do not believe so. Hold on just a second. Racked with terrible pain, the target must take a wisdom saving throw. Oh, and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. The creature doesn't move into obviously dangerous ground, such as fire or a pit. So he has to move.
ooh.
All right. That's as far as he can go.
Does that give us attacks of opportunity?
No, because it's a forced move.
Damn. I was hoping.
Okay. Now it will be Billy who will heal you. He will do that. Now it's the creature's turn. Because they were forced to move, they're going to do something different. Focusing on you, Brika, I need a intelligence saving throw.
That's a 12.
You will take 6 points of damage as a mental blast will blow in through your mind.
Okay.
And that will bring us back up to Nan.
So I have a little bit of a weird question. If I back up first to make sure I have a full 20 feet, can I then charge the creature and use my pounce?
As long as it's within your movement, I'll allow it.
Yeah. Awesome. Because right now it's still saying I'm only a little more than 10 feet away from it. So I'm going to back up about another 10 feet. So that's roughly there. I have 50 feet of total movement, so that still gives me plenty of movement to charge. So then I'm going to run straight at the creature with the full 20 feet of movement, which will allow me to turn to try to use my claw attack. If the claw attack succeeds, then he'll need a strength saving throw. So first we got to see if my claw attack succeeds. Sorry, that was probably way more talking than I needed.
You're fine.
Why are you on your side? Sorry, it's cocked. All right. That's probably not going to hit. Boo. Because that's only 15.
15 hits.
It does?
Yeah.
Sorry, he's a big creature. I thought his AC was higher. All right. So that's 1d4 plus 2. So 4 points of slashing damage. And he's going to need to make a DC 12
How do you want to do it?
Oh. Okay, then. I guess he falls down anyway, then. She's going to run forward, charging this creature, jumping up onto him and sinking in her claws.
And that will send him to the afterlife. He will perish.
Good job, Miss Kitty.
Nan is going to stand on top of him, like teeth bared, growling at him just in case.
Okay.
Rico is going to come over and investigate. She wants to investigate the body.
Okay. Give me an investigation check.
Yep.
Sarek will move to the angelic creature and just look to see if he's still bound or if there's a way to unbind him.
He is unbound.
That's a
Fair enough.
5.
You find a dead body.
While she's standing there, she is going to slip into basically undercommon, and she's going to curse his body because he broke his word, which is like a Fey no-no. Even if he's not Fey, he entered into a binding agreement.
Well, that was certainly something.
I would say so, my dear Billy.
So,
Billy, why would he want to imprison you?
oh, that bitch Vashka wants me.
I take it that you know who this Vashka is?
I was part of the group that was trying to kill her before.
Oh, well, that's very helpful. Maybe you can help us out then.
I'll try. I don't remember a lot.
So that's very fair. Do you remember anywhere in oh god. Can I do a history check to try and give him a more accurate location, given that I'm a scholar of Old Runish Kethra, of the area of Glandomir?
You can, yeah, you can do that.
Because I want to give him something that's more accurate for his time period. If he was around during Vashka, that means he's part of Old Runish Kethra, which means he would know, hopefully, something. But that's okay, because I probably can't fucking remember it, because that's a 7.
No, you can't.
But he'll just say it out loud. Do you know anywhere? It's Glandamere. Does that sound familiar to you?
I've been there a couple of times. Used to have a booth there.
Well, then maybe you know then the stones that were part of the prison for keeping Vashka imprisoned. Maybe they're there.
They imprisoned her? Well, hell yeah.
What do you?
I never got to see it fulfilled. I had to give my life up so they could fire up the forges.
Fire up the forges.
Yeah.
The forges for where?
Why, the great keep under the mountain. They're where the gods have their weapons forged. I'm the last seraphim.
I excuse myself for not being so taken aback by such a dramatic name, but we're here in the current year of whatever the current year is, because I don't actually know the second counting and things like that.
1369, the second counting.
We are in the year 1369 of the second counting. So
The hell you say?
yeah, there was a war with Angramora and yeah.
The common world has never heard of Veshka.
How is that possible? Vashka is the greatest evil that ever lived. Surely my friends would have left some kind of warning.
Perhaps they have, but we have not found your friends or any sort of warning of saying, please do not open this box, the greatest evil lives inside of it.
The last greatest evil was Lilith and Malacusius and Zakez.
Malacusius evil?
Yes. He tried to destroy the world some 30 years ago.
What in the hell happened?
Apparently a lot.
What
Let
year
us
did he die?
I don't even remember.
That's fair. Perhaps you would. And he gets out like the blanket that he's been using to kind of like keep his shoulders warm, and he puts it like he kind of like holds it out and prestidigitates it so that it kind of radiates heat a little bit because Billy's standing there naked. Perhaps this will help bring you some comfort, and maybe we can have a bit of a chit chat.
No, you keep that, partner. I'm fine. If this is 1369, then I've been dead about 300 years.
Ooh, so that's a long time.
I wonder if my friends survived.
Who are your friends?
Well, there was the love of my life, Helga, and he'll touch the necklace around his neck. There was the feisty little gnome, French. And then there's crazed halfling with a sword named Fred. She was far out, man. Dragonborn named Akatosh.
Now that is a name that I do know.
A drow named Rizark.
It seems
They were some
Akatosh
great
has lived.
people, man.
It seems that Akatosh has lived on. He was one of the heroes that helped defeat the Scourge and all of Zakez.
Look, this is kind of heavy, man. But, like, why am I here?
I was hoping you could tell us. Your bones are in the bottom of his chest. Mr. Winter back there was going to use you for something. He told us to bless your bones so he could be freed from his curse. I'm feeling like we're down a rabbit hole of people using people to do things, and I'm getting kind of tired of it.
Oh, y'all need to speak to the prophet, man.
That would be who?
His name is Samson. He's got a tower around the Ragnarkarn Mountain. He's been for ages, man.
Do you know anything about Lucaya's?
That motherfucker, that's Vashka's like right hand. He's dangerous.
We know that now, but he has the trap that holds her, and he's trying to free her. Since you do
Then
not
it
know,
won't be long, man.
what are we in for if she gets free?
What's the absolute worst thing you can think of?
I'd rather not think of it.
Consider that your best day ever if that bitch gets loose.
Ooh, okay then, Billy. Then maybe you can help us this getting to Samson. You speak of the tower like you know of it. Could you show us on a map? If we showed you a map?
Well, yeah, you got a map. I can show you where Samson lives.
Excuse me, Panther Nan.
Miss Kitty, you are being summoned.
Nan will look up from the body she's standing on.
Panther Nan, I need your map case that has all the maps in it.
Nan will hop down off the body, start walking toward the map case, taking her own form as she does, the eyes still white. Lift up the map case, start walking toward you, stopping at Sarek. Are you hurt?
I could use some healing if that's what you're asking.
She'll lay a hand on you and cast a Cure Wounds. Need a D8. You're going to get back 10 points.
Yay. Much better. Thank you very much, Miss Kitty.
My name is not Miss Kitty. And she'll start to walk again. When she gets up close to where you are, Dreft, she's going to stop, look at the map case, and look at you. These are not mine to share. You will need Nan.
That is very fair. Before you go though, and I have to speak to Nan, could we possibly know your name so that I don't have to refer to Nan as you? That is very rude to refer to someone as someone that they are not.
Oh, my name is Asmina.
Well, it is an honor and a pleasure to meet you, Asmina.
But we have met before.
Well, officially, now we have met. Now that we have exchanged names, because my name is Trev Vitakin, and you are Asmina.
Yes, I've heard your name. I hear everything Nan hears.
Oh, that's fair. I'm not really sure how that whole dual brain works inside of one brain kind of thing.
Oh, it is not really... It is hard to explain.
And for the sake of Nan not hating you or hating me more, since she probably already does, I'll leave that questioning for another day. Some secrets, I suppose, should stay Nan's secrets.
I'm sure when she is ready, she will tell you. And she will close her eyes, opening them and revealing that they are now brown.
Hello.
What do you need?
The maps. This is Billy. This is Nan. He's very naked. And he is going to show us where Samson is. I'm sure you've already heard all of this and already caught up on all of these things, and I'm just making a fool of myself. But we need the maps so that he can point out where's the possibility of where the tower is. Do you have maps of Runith Kesha?
Tyr, how much of Runith Kesha has she actually been able to see and map?
Not very much. She was an Australian. She was not traveling Runith Kesha.
That's why I figured she wouldn't have seen as much. She'll kind of scrunch her face up like she's thinking. I haven't traveled much of Runith Kesha. And I don't know if I have any maps of the continent from others. She's gonna open the top of the map case, pull out her stacks of maps that are rolled up inside of there, and start sorting through them. Tyr, does she have one that she would have picked up from somebody? I'm sorry. I don't have one of Runeth Kesha. I have some parts of other places, but and the keep. And that's it.
Billy, what tower are we in right now?
We're in a tower?
Never mind.
Look, man, I died at Dragonclaw. You know, like floating city type place. I have no idea where the hell I am, Cat. You dig me?
I dig you.
Here's some. So then, perhaps you know of the Great North, the Great Elk Riders, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Okay, that is where you are currently at. It's in the north of the Elk Riders. Well, we're not Elk Riders, but you know what I mean.
In the Great Tower?
Oh, yeah.
That's bad, man.
Yeah, I could assume that from the winter over there and the ominous building message that says winter is here, the lambs are to slaughter, or whatever that said.
Winter is here, the sleeper to be slaughtered.
Yeah.
That's real bad, man.
How bad? Because we just killed Winter, maybe?
I don't know who this Winter is, but this tower belonged to a mage by the name of Randathar. 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 He was working on some really heavy stuff, man, like making mutant creatures and like killing machines, basically, like the perfect killing machines.
Well, that explains them. And she'll point back at the polar bear creatures.
So,
Look, let's cut to the chase. I don't know how much time I got left. So let me just give you all some information.
yeah.
Okay? You need to go run and hide. Find somebody that knows what they're doing to track down Lucius and go hide.
See,
I'm
I told
sorry.
you.
I cannot do that.
Billy, you are very helpful in so many ways and so unhelpful in so many other ways. And I respect that, being as dead as you were and everything like that. But unfortunately, I believe we are the things that are going to go bump back tonight. And so, would you be able to just help us a little bit out of this certain predicament? Maybe give us a little bit of a more than just go find Samson?
Look, you don't understand. Lucius is bad news. They are a powerful, powerful enemy. Vashka, she will consume the realms. Unless you find the 5 that the prophecy foretold of.
Tell us more about this prophecy.
Okay, so we could not kill Vashka. We could never find the Death Knight. That probably doesn't make a bit of sense to you, but just try to keep up with me here.
With you.
So the plan is that they were going to build an tomb, a way to keep her trapped where she was trapped, because she was trapped back then. Lucius was trying to free her. So the thing was to build a prison to put inside a prison, right? And then put him someplace where he couldn't get to the prison.
That seems so fair. Also, they didn't do very good at it. It seems like they kept the box right next door to where he was being kept.
So the whole deal is that it was prophesied and was seen by the oracles that 5 individuals would come together and they would be the ones to release Vashka so that they could destroy her. They were supposed to be trained from birth. They were supposed to be known.
Oh, we have to find these 5. Is that... No, wait, hang on. And he'll do a quick head count. But there are 5 of us here. Anyway, what if we took over for them?
You can't just take over for them. You've got to be them. You've got to be the slave that breaks the master's chains. You've got to be the prisoner that breaks free to roam the world. You got to be the sword that seeks peace. You got to be the scholar that follows damnation. You've got to be these things, man. You can't just take over.
And what if we know we are?
We may be not. But 2 points. 1, Vashka's not free yet. Lucius has the box, but he has not freed her. And if we're good and lucky, we may be able to stop him.
No, that's bad, man.
No one else in this world even knows who he is. And no one even...
No, you don't understand. If they built the box that they were going to build, if it's not open properly, it will destroy everything.
Oh,
So we need to stop him before he opens the box.
Right, man. Right. But
Second
you
point,
can't do that. I'm telling you, Lucius is bad news.
my dear Billy, are you going to stop him?
I wished I could, man, but my time's come. He'll hold up his hands, and you'll see nail holes appear and begin bleeding. Man, it was nice chatting with you cats, you dig? Let me leave you with some advice. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or can't do. Find out for yourself. You dig?
We dig.
And he'll fade, leaving the golden necklace with the word Helga and the violin.
Nobody minds. I was going to. I'll take these things and keep them safe. And he'll pick up the necklace and put it in the bag of holding. And he'll pick up the violin and he'll look at it. And he'll think. And he will. And can I do another history check to see if it's any old world Runthakesha pops up for a violin?
Okay.
16.
It's a violin, my friend.
Then he'll, if he can't think of anything bad about it, he'll put it into the bag of holding too.
So, back to the original plan. Go get the memory core. See if that can't tell us where the stones are, so we can get ahead of Lucius.
Sounds
Maybe
like
someone
a
knows
good
what
plan to me.
Samsonite. Maybe someone knows who the Samson is as we travel the world.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by its toe. If it hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sarek, make an insight check.
Oh boy. Actually, a 17.
I need everyone but Sarek to earmuff. It will dawn on you, Sarek, that this was never really a real deal about getting the memory crystal. You all were sent here to die. So you're probably going to have to find some way to get that crystal other than just showing up going, hey, we did the thing.
This sounds like a fight. And they seem like rather rough, tough Northmen comparatively, not your standard humans, correct?
Right.
All right, we'll bring them back. We'll see if they got some ideas. I was thinking. We were sent here as a sacrifice by Thurum. Therefore, They would not be happy to see us coming back. But what are the chances they're actually going to honor their deal?
Well, were we really sent here as a sacrifice? Or were we sent here for something else? We got a different story from the man who says he was her son. He asked us to kill the creature.
And we did. And his mother asked us to come check this place out. And we did.
As far as I can see, we've done as they asked. I'm not sure, though. Who knows how much of what he told us was lies?
He didn't
Becca, my
keep the
dear.
word.
Say again?
He didn't keep the word.
He didn't. You were suspicious from the beginning. What do you think the chances are they're going to keep their word?
She's just gonna laugh a little bit. I'd be more surprised at this point if they kept it than if they didn't. You know.
All right. I'm going to interrupt. I'm going to let you all think. We're going to take our second official break. Everyone's looking at me like I'm crazy. Did I miss something? Did I forget a break?
No.
That we already, okay. I'm like, why is everybody looking at me funny? Have we already taken our official second break? Because the pre-med break doesn't count. And we'll be back in 10 minutes. Hang loose while we get our snicky snacks, our beverages of choice, and see if they can figure out what's going on. And we're back. Thanks so much for hanging out while we got our sneaky snacks, our beverages of choice, and handled things. My players, you are still in the innerness, the depths of this tower with a dead creature, an open chest, and a lot more questions than you have answered.
Right. So I have an absolutely terrible idea. What
Yeah.
if we bring some part of the creature to prove that it's dead? And try to bargain with the elk riders.
I've heard worse ideas. What is upstairs in this tower?
Well, I mean, that's where we came from, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Draft, you're a student and a scholar.
Mm-hmm.
This creature knew our secrets. How?
Your guess is as good as mine, my friend.
Well,
If
he
if
said
we've
he said he read it from books. Maybe those same books could tell us where Vashka is going, or Lucius is going with Vashka's trap.
But he told us where he's taking the trap. He said he's going to Glandamere.
Glandamere is a large place.
Yeah, but that we know the description of this man, and we know is that he cannot get as far as that we think he can, because he's probably still very, very weak from being held in chains. He can't have gotten as far as we think, so we must start somewhere. And I'm not one for putting up flyers saying looking for this person or looking for that person, but I do have some gold that we might be able to use to hire some spies or some eyes, maybe some birds, and then we can sort of kind of make our way there. Unless you are so afraid of this region that you would not risk your life to save the rest of the world, then we can go and try and find this prophet to find more smoke and mirrors, play around with that. But I am more of a direct approach because of just where I'm from.
If I may, I'm not as well versed in all these things as you are, obviously. But does anyone else have the funny suspicion that maybe Winter knew what he did because of his connections to Voshka? Or maybe he was just full of shit?
No, he wasn't.
There was a mention of the prophet of the five. Maybe we should probably try to piece out who each one of us are supposed to be in the words of the prophet.
I have no concern for their prophecies. Doesn't matter. We let Lucius out. We need to stop him. That's
So
simple.
why... Oh, sorry.
And as for your plan to walk to Glandamere, a long journey, it will be just to get to that continent.
He's right, you know.
Oh yeah,
Who
and
said
Nan will
that?
totally jump.
Yes, Sarek
Yes.
will turn with his blade out.
You will see the bent form of Thuma Split Tongue holding on to her staff.
We have done your work as you sent us to.
Yes, you have. Here, drink this tea. It will refresh you. And she will walk to each of you, handing you a bowl of tea.
I do a nature check to see if I smell any poisons.
You can try.
That's all that matters to me.
You know Nan will wait for everyone else to drink their tea and see what happens before she even gets it close to her lips.
Here, that's not fair. My digital die was cocked, and it totally would have had a better roll than what it gave me.
I told you to use physical dice. Don't worry.
I know, but the game is the digital dice are rigged because that was totally cocked, and it was like didn't give me an error and make me roll it again. That's how it should be. But I got a 4 on my nature tech.
It seems fine.
But he'll drink it.
Can he take an insight check onto her, where the hell she come from and how she got here? Just
Sure.
that's better. 13.
Not a fucking clue.
Fair enough. What type of tea is it?
Chamomile.
If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been standing there?
The entire time. I had to make sure. Drink your tea. It'll all be explained.
You've been here the whole time.
Yes.
Nan's just gonna kind of look around a little bit, like, what the fuck is going on here? She's gonna watch others drinking their tea. Do they seem okay?
Yeah.
Brika hasn't drank hers yet. She's just standing there watching Kuma.
He's gonna drink his tea. Just he's given up, trying to figure out what the hell's going on at this point.
Drink, and you will see the truth for what it is.
Oh,
You realize...
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You realize that we've been lied to from the start. And now you want us to trust you to drink something that you're handing us.
Yes.
No.
You need to drink the tea.
You need to tell me why.
Because it will counteract the poison that you ingested and will allow you to see the things as they truly are.
What poison?
The caves, the mushrooms.
So, Dref drank his and Sarek drank his, right?
Yep.
Brika's gonna watch them.
They seem fine.
Do you see anything different?
do we?
You do. You see walls, stone walls. You see beds, rows of beds. You're in a bed. And you see a beautiful woman standing before you, dressed in green robes, carrying an oaken staff.
I suggest you all drink the tea.
But are they able to tell Nan and Brika what they see?
Yes.
But to us, they're still just standing there.
Yes.
I am fine. Everything is fine. We are all fine, but I definitely suggest you drink the tea.
Are you sure? Because from what you just described, it sounds like you're higher than a pine tree.
I am very much laying down, so therefore if a pine tree is on the ground, that is fair, but it's fine. We're fine. My brain is a little scrambly, but just from seeing the truth and understanding how bad those mushrooms must be.
Are you seeing the truth or seeing what the tea wants you to see?
Nan, just drink the fucking tea, please.
You'll have to excuse us, Your Grace. I'm sure you understand why we're a little untrusting.
And it is good that you are untrusting. But you need to drink the tea before the poison does damage. It's almost midnight.
All right. Sip her tea. Oh, I hate the taste of chamomile.
Chamomile is an excellent tea. It's good for calming your nerves.
It tastes like fucking flowers. Ugh.
I have
'Cause
calm
it is a flower.
emotions. Sorry, go ahead.
Nope.
I don't need a tea to calm emotions. I can just cast calm emotions. But then
It's not about calm emotions.
Brecky goes ahead and drinks the tea.
And you all find yourselves in the infirmary in Cape Gregorgarian. A beautiful elven maid with long auburn hair, piercing eyes, dressed in green. From those that know anything of Glandomir, they wear the Court of Circles emblem upon their chest. Oh, good, good. You didn't die. That would have been very bad. You're not allowed to die. Not yet, my friends.
Who are you and why are we here?
I am Lady Bianca, the Emerald Lady, the head of the Court of Circles. And you, 5, as Laz is in a bed next to y'all, are the ones called forth to stop Vashka.
See, now I'm thinking maybe you've hit your head or something, because we're just a bunch of misfits got thrown together by accident.
There's
No,
no
you're not.
accidents.
There are no accidents. You were brought together on purpose. I placed each and every one of you in the path of Gregorgarian, and it was hard.
I'm sorry, I ended up a Gregorian because my ship let me off in Cape Hope and I needed work.
Yeah, but I'm the one that made it where you got from point A to the ship.
I'm sorry, I'm terribly confused.
I don't want to give away your secret, so I'll say it like this. Something caused the riot. What do you think that was?
Well, I figured Crusher was just having a bad day.
Oh no. That was me.
Right then. She's not going to say anything else. She's just going to kind of
Looking at you, Brika. You know that something otherworldly assisted.
You're saying that's you.
It was me. One more job and then you can settle down. The right person just had to come along with the right coin.
Fair enough. However, where are we again?
Right now you're in Keep Gregorgarian. I brought you here after I found you. You were dealing with the Elk Riders, and they are nasty, nasty people to deal with. You have been under a split tongue spell. A split tongue is a mind mage, someone that can manipulate the world around you. They found you after you ingested the mushrooms, the spores, and went wandering off. But the beautiful thing about it is that the very prophets themselves, the very spirits that have gone before, were impacting your dreams. Y'all were talking in your sleep to prepare you to understand and accept that you are the 5.
Wait, so are you saying that everything we just saw didn't actually happen?
Right.
I'm sorry, this is getting to be a bit much. So none of that happened. We didn't meet any of those people.
The
And
spores and wandering.
So we're just starting from scratch again.
No, you don't you understand. You're the 5.
No, apparently I
5
don't
who?
understand.
You would have been trained. You should have been trained.
The only thing I was trying to do is draw maps.
The world has let so much be forgotten. You are the ones to do what the ancestors could not do. You're the ones to destroy Vashka.
If the ancestors couldn't read tea leaves or read cards to tell fortunes, then yes, I'm one of the 5.
I can draw her with a pretty little box about her, and that's about it.
Oh, it will become clear.
Wait, we're back at Keep Gregorian. He looks around. Last I saw, this place was buried under ice and snow and abandoned.
And the infirmary is one of the only places that stands.
Oh.
The banana fish done a hell of a job. I do not have long on this shore, so I will provide what information I can. Rest for now and gather your questions. And then we will convene in the morning. We will have breakfast. I will tell you everything that I can tell you, and you will tell me everything you can tell me. And together, in one accord and in one harmony, we can figure out the best path to go forward.
Here, above
Yes.
table, how much would Sarek know about her station in Glandamere?
He would know that she is the most powerful mage in the kingdom of Glandamere. It does not get higher than the head of the court of circles.
Can I insight her motives, her honorability?
Sure.
$17.
She seems to be open. She seems to be honest. She seems not to be hiding anything. In fact, she seems to have removed the veil that most mages have to keep them from being readable so that you can read.
All right, I have a question.
Yes, yeah.
So if we haven't actually been to the Elkriders yet, does that mean we still have to go to the Elkriders to get this stone or whatever it is we need?
No.
Oh, good. I'm tired of this now.
No,
what
your
can we-
next destination will be the Swamp of Morning Solace.
I'm sorry, where is that?
Morton's Deep.
I don't know Morton's Deep. I'm sorry. I've not been there.
It lies.
Would she have heard sailors talking about it when she was on the ships?
Oh, yeah.
I've heard of it, but I've not been there.
Isn't that where Port Bloodgood is?
That is where Port Bloodgood is.
Would
And-
Sarek have been there?
Probably.
And Brika's like, y'all can just keep making up names of places, but it doesn't tell me where I'm going.
Yeah, not exactly familiar with all of these places, but that's okay because I will just travel to the place.
This is where we're going to have to stop, guys. I'm sorry. My pain has reached a point of critical mass. I know that the last 2 sessions have been really fucked up. And I'm sorry, but in the long run, you'll see why. And so to the listeners as well, I know it's been fucked up and it was a double trope, but in the long run, you'll see why. It has a purpose, I promise you.
Lies! Lies in the innuendo!
And
No.
you know, above board, you bastard.
Yay!
I don't know the old story, so I guess I don't have that in me, but at this point, you got poor Sarek questioning what all of reality is at this time.
Mine's
All
just
right.
solely based on the fact that, you know, what is this, 2 times in a row we're waking up and figure out that half of the shit we just went through was all just some kind of fever dream.
All right, let's get out of here. Tears hurting.
Yep. So let's remind people who we are, where they can find us, and let's get the hell out of here.
Greetings, gamers. It's Raph the Mad. I have been the voice of Sarek the Blade, the highly confused Dragonborn. Y'all have a good night. Take care of yourself. And you can find me at BLKDragon13000 on the Twitters.
Hey everybody, I'm Ren Matley, the voice of Nan and Asmina, and you can find me over on Twitter at Ren_Matley.
Hey everybody, it's me, Patrick, the voice of Draft Fightikin, and you can find me on Twitter at Peculiar Patrick.
Hi everybody, this is Ames. I am the voice of Brika, and you can find me on Twitter at LollyGFIFO.
And I'm Tier the DM, the world's okayest DM. And you can find me on Twitter at Tier_the_DM. All I can say tonight, guys, is I love you, love each other. We'll see you next time.